here on Z101.9 FM. Anyway, yeah, no comments. There is chaos in the caucus. What is happening? Let me just break it down. What exactly is happening today? It started last week. Where every year, every election year, we have how do I put it, like a primaries, where the MPs, the sitting MPs, they either let us know whether they're standing for the parties that they came in with, or they're going to go independent, or they'll switch. However it is, they allow us know. And so in the past, we actually had the ruling party, which is MPP, being the majority. At first, it was actually equal, where we had 137 per party, but then we had one independent member. But that independent member crossed over to the MPP, and then MPP became the majority. Now, this year, we've had some of the MPP members falling off to become independent members. And with the numbers that we've had coming off to become independent, I think there are 4 of them. With everything happening now, NDC seems to have more, more numbers. And so, according to our constitution, when an MP vacates, or basically, switches to another party, their seat is supposed to be declared vacant. Now, that is what's happened. But the Supreme Court, it has come in as well. And then the Supreme Court is basically saying the Speaker of Parliament should hold on when it comes to that, and not really declare one as the majority, or because the Supreme Court wants to sit down and take a look at what's happening, and then they would declare their own proceedings. Now, some of our people, the NDC side, still went ahead early this morning, and they went to the parliamentary, not the parliamentary, because now they have moved to the Accra International Conference Center, since the main parliament is actually under some renovations. And so they moved and went to sit at the majority side, which is on the right-hand side of the Speaker. And the MPP also came in, and then they also went to sit at that same side. But then the MPP left. They picked up their stuff and they left because they didn't want to cause any confusion. And now, from some of the videos I'm seeing, the NDC side, they were marching, and I've seen some people dancing, and so, yes. And now it has been adjourned. The parliament has been adjourned, suspended, indefinitely. And so we wait and we see. The comments are plenty.
I'm not with the NPP or the NDC, but I mean, I feel that one part decided to show maturity.
Yes.
And you know what it would have been, or how it would have looked, if we had both of them struggling for the seat. It would have been so messy.
It would have.
So I just feel like it was in a step in the right direction to have one part of the parliament decide that, we won't engage in all of these, because already the country is stressing out already. And towards election, one way or the other, I feel tempers are heightened. Tempers are really high. So to have added that to it, so I think it was good on the part of the NPP to decide to walk out, because if we are not in there, nothing can happen, right? Yes, decisions can be taken with you alone. So we'll just walk out and let you enjoy whatever it is you want to enjoy. Now they left the place, and you've turned it into what?
Brass band. So matching. They're just matching anyway. But you see, obviously, word on the street, we are talking about what's trending. And so some of the comments that are coming out is, why would some people are asking if the Supreme Court is trying to interfere with the legislator, how there's a lot of discussion about that, especially how in the past we actually had this same article come up and it was used against, or it was used in the case of another MP switching roles, especially by the former speaker, Professor Michael Quay. And so people are like, if it happened then and we allowed it to happen then, why is it not happening now?
Court proceedings don't happen overnight. So
doesn't.
why don't we wait till the period you're asking for is done, and then we hear their verdict on the issue? Or because we have said, and we have our facts, or we have our documents to prove, can you allow the court do their due diligence?
Yes.
Because trust me, the same way you want, the other party can also say that you did not do your due diligence.
Exactly.
And in this instance, the courts are not supposed to be biased. They do not belong to any party in this instance. So they have to, they are an independent institution on their own. So they need to work. And so if they are saying that they need days or they need time, you should respect that.
That's very true.
You should respect that. Yep. And then we'll come to this and we'll realize that there have been instances where the same Supreme Court has given verdicts that has been in your favor, and then it's okay because it's in your favor. But if it's not in your favor and it goes to the other person, then what? You can't agree to
then
it.
It becomes
I just feel like, Charlie, in this case, the MPP parliamentarians, one way or the other, showed a bit of maturity to avoid that, because I've seen a video of, is it Honorable Ursula Owusu
okay,
dragging seats with one man before. It came up I don't know if it was early this year or last year. And it was not beautiful. It was not a nice sight at all. So imagine if that was happening. Now all these parliamentarians were dragging seats. It would have been a chaos. So it's good that they decided that, you know what, that you want the seats, we'll leave it for you, and then we'll walk out.
That's true.
And so now I feel is in the right direction that the speaker has also halted events of the parliament till further notice. So probably till when the verdict will come from the Supreme Court or the ruling will come in, then they can also decide that, you know what, now we are back and we are going to act according to what the ruling has said.
Yes,
I feel it was just the right thing to do, because I can't imagine number of 100 plus seats being dragged by women and men. Really,
it wouldn't have been nice. So like primary school anyway. So that's what's happening. But you know what, on the plus side, I beg your pardon, people are on Twitter are saying, well, they see the negative and the plus side. Some people are like, the negative part is, if NDC was in majority, maybe they could rescind the e-levy decision. And then, so that is one of the things that people are obviously hoping for from the streets, e-levy, and then the sports betting as well. They are really hoping that these taxes will be taken off our taxes. So some of them were really happy that NDC was now the majority, or was supposed majority. That's what they were excited about. But
we seem to forget that all of these things to be carried out to take a while.
It will.
So you see, and again, elections is just about a month
corner,
ago.
Exactly.
A month away, I mean. So me, I just feel like, see, right now, whoever you decide on voting for, I'm sure you've made your decision already.
Yes.
And I've said that communication is what we lack in this country. Every government that has come up has one way or the other. Okay, but for the Jonah Jakum Kufuor era, I feel they were clear on communication. But then the rest, I personally feel that they haven't been entirely clear on communication. They haven't communicated right. And then the things that needed to actually have been publicized were not. So whatever it is, if you're doing your research to know the things that are being done that are not in the limelight and everything, I'm sure that if you're really serious about it, you would know, you do your findings and you find things out. And by this time, you know who you're going to vote for. If you think none of them two deserves your vote, you would know. So why not wait till December, walk gracefully to the ballot paper, vote, drop it in the ballot box, and then excuse yourself. And wait for the elections, the results to be declared.
Definitely. But one thing I know, listen, if you are listening, I know some people are tired of the election process. They don't believe in it anymore. They feel it's a waste of time. They feel they will get there, and then the people that campaigned with all these promises later turn their backs on them. But then one way you can actually show your displeasure is to vote. But that's the thing. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm not going to do it anymore. I am tired. But then that's the only way you can actually make a change.
That's why I said there are a number of candidates.
Yes.
You know who you want to vote for, who you've listened to, and who, per their credentials, you think is capable. So, and if you also think that none of them is worthy of your vote, you know that by now. So it's either you go out and vote, or you don't go and you let other people decide for you. The ball is in your court.
Are you going to let other people decide for you?
So, Charlie, all these things, we'll say here, we'll make noise and everything, but you should know that at the end of the day, it is in your hands.
It really is.
If one way or the other is in your hands. Vote for people that you think or you have faith in. If you give them a chance and they come and they blow it, next year or next 4 years, you know where to take your vote. If you get to the point where you feel like, none of these people deserve it, you decide for yourself whether to vote or not.
True.
But then the too much talk, being a nuisance in public, bringing up arguments that would bring up misconduct and chaos and everything. It's very, very needless.
That's true. It's very needless. We need peace.
You can choose a leader without being a nuisance or without causing chaos.
Tell me about it. That's
so
true.
Charlie.
Yep. So yes, Ghanaians, our fellow Ghanaians, it's time for us to have a peaceful election. I don't think we are ready for war. Don't forget our healthcare system is some way. Everything else is some way. You really don't want to do something where you put yourself in danger. Do not do that. Nobody is worth it. None of the parties are worth it. Your life is not worth it. It really is not worth it. Anyways, moving on. Now, something beautiful I saw yesterday, and this is by, I would like to call him Daddy Yoyo.
Daddy Yoyo?
Yeah.
What is that?
Your pastor. Your favorite.
Pastor Elvis.
You say that one is Daddy Yoyo, and then our grandma is Mommy Yoyo.
Yeah, man. Sorry to say, people push me. Why would you do this? I'm sorry, listeners. Is that not your prophetess? Who's prophetess?
Agrada.
Ngozi.
Anyway, so yesterday I chanced upon a screenshot. What they call it, a tweet, and it was commending or talking about Pastor Elvis and something that he did that is getting people talking, and everybody's like, hey, this man, he tweeted it. Anyway, what did he do?
Charlie. And this is not the first time he's doing these things. He's a philanthropist through and through. Him, his wife, the entire church. I mean, these are things he's been doing, putting up school buildings, aiding hospitals with equipment, putting up structures that they need, boreholes and all of that. It's nothing new. And his birthday is just around the corner.
Exactly. That is what I heard. So yes, what is happening? He's giving out 1 million Ghana cedis to a group of people who, some of them are in the church and some of them are out of the church. He's giving them money for them to start their own businesses. Honestly, that is so commendable, because everybody knows that, or everybody is even talking about it. People need help. It's not as if people don't have the ideas. The ideas are there. Yes, how you push it forward. So for the church, most of the time, people see the church as only collectors. For the church to be giving back, and not just giving back in a small quantity, in a big, this is a huge contribution. You can't. 1 million Ghana cedis. You understand? 1 million Ghana cedis to a group of people, not just one person. A group of people. That's bettering the economy. Renewing people's faith in the fact that the church is actually a community and not just a place where people take from you every day. Oh, we are building this, we are building that. Funds and bra. You know that is a place where at least once when the times are tough, you also get help. And social media social media at first some of them used to be like, Charlie, this man every day, he share the link. Some people don't really like the idea. Some people feel like it's a business. They're just taking money every day, this and that. One time, you remember when there was a leak from the collection room or something, the kind of comments. But now, at least some people are now satisfied with the fact that they know, okay, the money is not just sitting in the church, it's actually going out as well.
Whatever you think. You see that the thing about these things is, even in our very own churches, right? The people who give, they give with an understanding. Those who sit on the bench and they pass those silly comments are the ones who don't even give. Exactly. So if you don't believe in giving, that's okay. Nobody is forcing you. But those who want to give, those who understand the importance of giving, let them give and don't sit on the fences and criticize or judge. At the end of the day, whether you say this or you say that, if I have made up my mind to sow a seed on that platform or to pay my tithe on that platform, I will do it regardless what you say or you think or how you feel. At the end of the day, I'm not giving to you. You would say that I'm giving to him,
but I'm giving it to God.
I am giving it to God, and that's between me and God. If I give it out and he gives me back, that's okay. Wait, see, I always say that if you don't have an idea of something, don't speak on it.
That's true.
But then, instead of learning, and you don't even need to go to the church to learn about giving, you just need to know the word. The Bibles are there. You can find them anywhere. Buy them and read them. Get an understanding and make the decision for yourself.
The internet will break.
And then find an altar you believe in and pay or give on that altar. There are people who say that I don't need to give to the church to give to God. I would rather go to an orphanage and give.
Or on the street.
And that's okay. I will give on the streets. I'll find the blind and give to them. I will find a less privileged family and cater to them. And it works for them.
Yes, it does.
So have an understanding. If you don't speak on it. Really, don't speak on it. Like, Charlie,
speak on what you understand. If you don't understand it, get to understand it before you speak on it.
You basically, like,
they're stressing you.
Hey.
You want to lash everybody.
Like,
don't mind them.
I mean, and the thing about these things is he doesn't even want them published, though.
Yes, when he doesn't. It was somebody else who brought it out.
It is either one of the beneficiaries or somebody that will put it out. Then now you go in and you realize that he's been doing these things. He doesn't put this out. Do you know what he does on a daily?
I think I heard something. Apparently, he passed a comment, or it was quoted to have said that he's not looking for the validation from men.
Really,
men can't do anything for him. It's actually from God. It's God who is going to reward him.
So if you don't believe in that he's doing it for God, that's okay. That's on you. But don't try to push your views onto others or project your insecurities onto others, and also rubbish whatever effort he's putting in or putting out there.
That's true.
Honestly, I don't think it's nice because even we as humans, that we do the tiniest things. Like, it gets to a point where you're looking for validation. But this is somebody who is saying that, see, whatever I'm doing it for God. Share the link. You don't want to share the link. That's okay. If somebody will share, you decide whether you want to join or not. That's okay.
That's true.
But there are people who join every day and say that, people had been sharing the link for years and I didn't even want. That's okay too. So now you don't even, nobody is forcing you. But once you try it and you feel like, I want to join this family, fine. If you want to give. If you don't want to give, don't give. If you want to give to other platforms or other people, like I said, find individual people and be good to
them as well.
That's allowed. But don't go out and make it look like, don't throw hate and dirt onto the hard work other people are putting out there. That's all that I would say.
That's very true. And you can't even throw hate and dirt on what works for others. If you don't think it doesn't work for you, that's fine and dandy. Find what works for you. But you can't also say that, this one works for you, but it's rubbish. You
Honestly,
can't. You really can't rubbish what works for other people.
You know what? Those of you want to say it. I feel you can say it, but at the end of the day, like I said, if I have made up my mind to give on a particular altar, nothing you say is going to sway me.
Yeah.
Unless I get a conviction within. And so, like I said in the beginning, most of the people who sit on the fences and say all these non-fa are the ones who will not even give a dime to save the next person dying. The ones who have made up their mind and know their covenant with God, they will not be bothered about what anybody is saying.
That's true.
You know, there are people who would see a person commits murder right now, and sometimes you say it's denial, but then they look beyond that and say that this person, there's something good.
Is that
in that person?
Are we not seeing that play out?
And you get. So we see. And the fact that you are seeing, all you see is a criminal who has committed murder is okay. Nobody is asking you to. You are not seeing beyond that. That's okay. Let the one who is seeing beyond that and for that reason wants to hold on to the little faith or the hope that they have in the person, let them keep on holding on to that as well.
That's true.
Do not downplay or rubbish anything.
That's true.
Keep your belief to yourself.
Faith is actually
and some
very
of
powerful.
these things, especially when it comes to these religious stuff or faith. If you're not careful, you end up
carrying something you're not supposed to go and carry. You go and say the wrong thing, then you have some energy attached to you, and after there you'll be going through and you wouldn't know what is doing you.
When you say plenty, they'll be like, oh, more bread.
And then you know, said like you they do yourself. Honestly, that's very true. Anyways, now heading to Nigeria. What has happened in Nigeria, Charlie? My people, there's a lady in Nigeria, an actress, a good one at that has been suspended by the Nigerian Actors Guild. Why has she been suspended? Indefinitely. I might should I be adding? Yeah, I should be adding indefinitely. The reason why is because she's going to do some kokonsa.
Okay.
Amebo kokonsa will put you in trouble. Yo, every race gossips every day. Why is everybody?
I mean, because almost every now and then we are hearing this person has said this about this person.
It is
in the industry, and sometimes it comes out.
Yes. Now, who is this person? Is no other than Halima Abubakar, and she's quite popular. Beautiful woman. Yeah, beautiful and talented as well. But I said I know because at
Halima
this
has actually
rate,
gone through a lot.
She
in the past years.
Yes, but you know what's happening now. What happened is apparently there has been some rumors about some of the stars in Nigeria, the female stars, and the rumors are about them having, even some of them being married still are said to have been having extramarital affairs, especially with men in power or people in power. Basically saying like some of the actresses are sleeping with some of the Senate people or something him basically.
I mean, it's everywhere you hear when women are rising.
Exactly. So the guild actually set up a secret committee and they have been investigating these rumors for about 2 years. So it's found out that Halima was one of the people or a major person in spreading these rumors, and because of that she has been suspended. But also they're also looking at some of the female stars who have said to, they have mentioned these women to have something with the president of the Senate in Nigeria, which is Honorable Godswill Akpabio. I don't know if you've heard about him. No. Akpabio, very popular man in Nigeria, but Akpabio is quite big, very generous person, and people keep talking about him. He's like he's from Calabar. But anyways, moving on to that, like he's now the Senate president of Nigeria, and there are some rumors that there are some celebrities around him, So apparently these women are also being investigated to see if it is in fact true that they are exchanging favors for,
Let me just ask this. Okay, so we've had instances where there are beefs between 2 people or
Yes.
even more.
Yes.
And people come on live and they
Yes.
say stuff.
Yes.
So
right
are they
now,
going to,
there's one happening in Ghana right now.
are
so,
they going
yeah.
to suspend those ones who came on live to make such claims as well? Because now you're saying that you've done it to Halima.
Yeah.
And even that we didn't see her on camera saying it, but according to you, you're saying that pay your investigation. How about those who we have on video claiming these things, making these allegations? Are they also going to be suspended?
They are working on it. And you see, with the suspension that Halima is getting, they're saying that's not her only punishment. They said they will be letting us know what else they have in store for her.
She has actually been off the movie space for a while, so I don't even think she's going to be bothered.
She has.
Because years ago, when she had her problem, when she fell ill, I know the things that people said about her.
Yes, yes.
I've met her twice. And so, yeah, we have a cordial, so to speak, relationship. So occasionally I'll send her a message in the DMs and she'll reply. So, there was some rumor that she was pregnant. And then she posted the hand of a child, a baby actually, that she had given birth. And I congratulated her. She wasn't too forthcoming with a response because I felt it was sort of off. Only to realize later that she was never even pregnant and Then she came out to talk about her predicament and everything she had gone through. So I DM'd her again and you could tell that she had been pain. So like I'm saying, I don't even think this would affect her so much because she's felt neglected by the industry for a very long time. Yeah. And people really did her dirty.
They did.
So like I'm saying, the ones who have been seen on camera, who have had names are coming to my mind readily, but I won't commit.
Yes.
Who have said, oh, this person is that boldly. Why don't they start off with those ones as well?
You've asked a question. That one there is true. But when they are looking for black sheep, or when they say it's you,
she's fine.
But I'm just seeing something as well. She is also retaliated. She was quiet when this whole news came out, but now she has also slammed the Actors Guild, with a lawsuit, and it's a 30 billion naira lawsuit. I hope she wins it. I really do. I really hope so. Fingers crossed. So we'll be watching and waiting and seeing what happens in Nigeria. But right now, there's a lot of heat in Nigeria when it comes to the celebrity. It's like everywhere is Ghostbusters. But then today
I woke up and I realized that some have been deleted. I'm like, yo. But Charlie, the names and the allegations, those are wild.
Those are wild. People are naming and shaming in Nigeria.
But they are all allegedly. So we can't talk about
it. Yes, we can't talk about it now. But we wait and see. If it is confirmed, that by all means, we'll bring it here and we will talk about it. We'll open it and we'll dissect it and we'll look inside and see what is going on. Oh, Charlie, relax for me. I'm just doing my job. Yeah. All right. Yes, so that is all I have for Word on the Street today.
Thank you very much, Ngozi.
Thank you.
Juicy stuff on the street. And hopefully you are not found in any of them, because trust, Ngozi will do justice.
I'll go inside though.
And it will not even be funny. Anyway, so we are still here and it promises to be a fun show. Jonathan